Hi, my name is Nicola Walters and I am 24 years old from the United States. I've put together a quick video just about debate structure and disadvantages for beginning students. I hope you enjoy the video and can learn a little bit about how the structure of primary debate arguments work. So, we've got a debate coming up and the topic is going to be "This House Will Stop Global Warming." Now, this is definitely a topic that would come up for students since this is a very serious issue for us today and people are talking about it a lot. So we need to remember that we have two sides in every debate. We have our government and we have our opposition. Our government side says, yes, support the topic. This house will stop global warming. The opposition says, no, do not support the topic or find out ways that the government is wrong. So those are the two sides that we have to work with. The government will start brainstorming about global warming. What causes global warming? Why is it a problem? Why do we care in the first place? Well, global warming is a serious issue because of the way that it affects people and the environment. But we need to start thinking about what causes global warming. As a government team, we might look at, pollution. Pollution is a serious problem and factor in contributing to global warming. And what causes pollution? Well, we have people, we have buildings, and we have cars, factories even. So all of these issues are what cause global warming. But as a government team, we're going to pick one that we think is most serious, and that is going to be cars. So then it is the government's job to come up with a plan. What are they going to do to stop global warming? And their plan will be the United States federal government will ban cars. What does it mean to ban cars? It means no cars. After today, there will be 0 cars in the United States. We are going to ban them all, and this is how we are going to stop global warming. The government team will tell us what are the good things that will happen after we ban cars. Well, people will start using bikes, people will start walking, people will use public transportation like our buses, trains, planes, things that we all use together, and this will be what will help us to stop global warming. Now, the opposition has to think about this. What could be a problem with banning cars? Well, the first thing that I think of is money and the economy. So we're going to make a disadvantage. Our disadvantage is a reason why the government plan is a bad idea. And we can call this a DA for short. So this DA will be about the economy. Now, a disadvantage is made up of 4 parts. We have our uniqueness, our link, our internal link, and our implications. And we will get to each of these parts and explain them so we all understand exactly the story of a disadvantage. But where we start first is with our uniqueness. This is our first part. And this says, what is happening today? Well, with the United States economy, we know that the United States economy is weak. There has been a serious recession in the United States over the last couple of years, and so people are feeling very fragile when it comes to the economy. But not only that, but there's a lot of money in the car industry. People drive all over America, they need them for their businesses, and they need them for their way of life. So, what does the plan do? This gets us to our second part of the disadvantage, the link. The link says, what does the plan do? And we can look right at the government's plan. The United States federal government will ban cars. That becomes our first link. They ban cars. Our third part is our internal link. And this explains a little bit more of the story. What does it mean after the United States federal government bans cars? Well, it means that number 1, car companies collapse. No more car companies. No more businesses for mechanics or people who fix cars. That's one aspect of the industry that is gone. On top of that, people put money into the industry. Remember, car industry is very strong, so investments, gone. this could create a very serious problem on all of these different fronts. And that gets us to our fourth part, our impacts. Impacts mean our implications on a person's life or on the world because of the plan. So for our impacts, first, economic collapse. If you destroy the car industry, since it is such a powerful industry, that means the economy in the United States, being as weak as it is, will collapse. What does that mean? Well, people will suffer. People lose their jobs. People will be pushed into poverty. Without any money or a job, people starve. So we have starvation. And another implication, with starving people, no jobs, and no economy, people will die. And we can say that this is the biggest impact. This is more important than bikes and walking and all the other good things that the government talks about, because they've forgotten about the economy and they've forgotten about how all of these implications are a very, very serious deal. So this is how the disadvantage works. It tells the story. We start with, remember the uniqueness. Number one, what is happening in the world today? Second, what does the plan do to change that world? 3, internal link. What does that mean? What does that plan actually do? What happens tomorrow when the plan is in effect? And lastly, impacts. What does that world look like? People dying, starvation, jobs lost, economic collapse. So now it's the part where you'll be doing this on your own. So we have a new topic for discussion. And this topic will be the South Korean government will build nuclear weapons. This is our topic. Now, we can come up with ideas for why this would be a good thing, but we're going to focus on why this would be a bad thing, our disadvantages. So together we can brainstorm. What could be a problem with South Korea all of a sudden having nuclear weapons? A disadvantage number 1 could be war with North Korea. Disadvantage number 2, perhaps the safety of South Korean people. Building nuclear weapons could be very dangerous, and it could hurt the people and the environment in this country. So now it's up to you to break it down into the 4 parts: the uniqueness, the link, the internal link, and the impacts. Tell the story. What's happening now? What does the plan do differently? What does that plan mean for the people? And then our implications. What does that world look like at the end of the day? And this will be a strong disadvantage and a reason why you'd be voting for the opposition team at the end of the day. So good luck. Thank you very much. And I hope that you enjoyed the video.